Yeah, now let's move to the questions. Question number one is, what effect to the expedition after Bering died?
The significant effect to this expedition is lost a leader, only one leader in this expedition. That is why in the text, in our story, the Russian government no longer interested in the North Pacific anymore. So that is the reason they have to wait until decades later for another people to know about this exploration information.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so next question. You say that decades later, people recognize the Bering's report as a great leader, the great explorer, and then provide them good information, the scientific information. So can you tell me that after Bering died, how can he can made an important scientific report or information to Russian government?
As we have known that, at least we don't know exactly what is it, but at least there were 3 ships along the journey, and they are divided into 2 groups. And in that group, at least they have scientists, people, soldier and sailor, as well as all kind of workers. So even the Bering died, but at least because Bering is the leader, but Bering not currently, he does everything. So everyone have a very specific objective, very specific task to do. As my opinion, Bering must be tell someone who, or delegate all those tasks to someone who's still remaining in the journey, and they are accelerate or articulate all those information into the report and send into the Russian government.
Mm-hmm. Good job. So the last question is, what reason people consider Bering the great leader after he died? Since he couldn't come back to Petersburg.
We come across many stories, but I can say all of those are the journey on the land. But you have noticed that this journey, this expedition is under the seas, under the boats, under the river. So they spent at least 7 years on the waters. Many problems occurred on that time. So even one ships, you can imagine one ship is 100 of people sailing into the storm. So if not more person, I can say ordinary person must be travel back to others that I can currently. But for Petersburg, they are spending more 6 years to travel into many rivers. So they keep, or I can say, they move steady staying into their goal. And then in the report said that they are make a very completed scientific information as well as map the new place and discover a new area as well. That is, identify the new area on the sea is not an easy job. So what we are recalling to all those journey is a very special expedition for people who want to research, up to or explore more on that news place.
Okay, thank you very much.
Hello, everyone. Supia is my name. So I am studying English with Speak Up Online. So today I'm gonna present about Vitus Bering journey from Siberia to North America. As the ship sailed south back to Orchard, there was a big storm, so it drove the ship into a small island. There is where no trees, but there were animals and birds for their food, as well as the fresh water for the drinking. But unfortunately, the ships could not sail again. So even they have all of those food and waters, but it's still too late for them because of the scurvy and very far distance in the beginning. So people started dying one another. On December 8 and 1741, Bering died, and the people put him into that islands and name it as well. When the spring came, the very small of mean remainings, they start building very small ships. The material is made from the old one, and started the journey travel back to St. Petersburg. Unfortunately, on that time, the Russian government lost interest in the North Pacific. So Bering report was sent back to the St. Petersburg and forgotten. But decades later, people realized that Bering's report is a very great explorer because of his expedition. They gather the very scientific or important information about interior of Siberia. They also made maps of eastern coast where they are going to explore, and as well as discover new place in North America. So up to today, there was one sea that we call Bering Sea is to remind us of his leadership to lead more than 600 people into from Petersburg in Russia to Siberia. Thank you very much.
Okay, good job.